dealing with some kind of injury, maybe even a pain you've been dealing with for years, months,
Yeah.
old age,
Pain, you said? 5 years?
5 years?
5 year pain.
Yeah, like low backs, necks, hips, all of the above. Yeah. That's pretty expected with, working pretty demanding jobs and stuff like that. So compared to the general public, you guys are already 3 to 7 times more likely to be injured. For fire and police, if you're watching, you guys are even 3 to 7 times more higher than the average U.S. population and to get injured as well. So with a demanding job, do you guys do any type of, stretching, any type of training before you start on lifting, bending, things like that?
Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah. Yeah. That's also pretty common, which is unfortunate because when you're at that high risk of injury, your bodies need to be prepared to do a demanding job that you're going to be doing. How many of you are getting some kind of treatment, seeing a physician, anything like that for the pain?
Not yet.
You are? Yeah. Okay. Are you doing any type of like rehab or chiropractor or anything? Chiropractor? Yeah. Does that seem to help some or?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna switch chiropractors.
Are you? Okay. Yeah. So, for the firefighters, police officers, you guys have a demanding job where you don't get to warm up. There's a foot chase or something, they've got to take off running. There's a fire, the bell goes off, you guys take off running. So while you have to train as athletes, I also see you guys needing to train somewhat like athletes as well because you do a demanding job day in and day out, and you don't have an off season. There's no matter what, you got to get up and go to work that next day. So you got to take care of your bodies, okay, in some way. If you do have pain, I would encourage you to go at least start the process of seeing a physician and then maybe even go to see someone else for some supplemental treatment. It's only going to help your body last longer and help you in other ways. And that's kind of the biggest issue. The research shows there's too much time in between that initial injury and then going to get it looked at, okay? And then that's why injuries end up lingering because we have all that time between that first initial injury and then we're like, oh, maybe it'll go away. We'll just keep pushing through it, We got to keep going to work. We got to keep doing it. And I understand that, but then also taking care of yourself so you are not almost to retirement and then you can barely move because your body is just falling apart. Okay. Today we're going to do at the end some different stretches. We're going to do some different exercises and stuff with these bands I would start doing the stretching, especially before you get to work to kind of help you get ready for the day. I know it takes time, but just taking a few minutes to do a few simple stretches can, I think, make a huge difference. All right. When we let those injuries linger, it's going to change how you move. So pain alters movement. So say you normally would pick something up, you'd squat down and pick it up. Well, when you start having pain in your hip, then you start to, instead of just squatting down and picking something up, well, then you start doing like one of these numbers to try to avoid that hip, or you try to avoid that knee. And that can increase the risk for another injury or even hurting the injury you have even more. So getting it looked at, ultimately going, seeking out some help, seeking out someone to kind of help you get through those things. And then lastly, when you do, I'd encourage you not to rush back to it. It's rehab, even chiropractors, that's not an immediate fix. You might feel pretty good, but it's going to take a while to get back to where you're able to do your job fully functioning and not having any limitations or increased pain and stuff like that. So making sure you're fully ready to recover before you start going, full go back at it and stuff. Because again, if we have pain, we have injuries, and we just keep going back and doing the same thing, it's only going to get worse, or it's going to end up hurting something else as well. I would also, encourage you to try to formulate a routine that you do daily. Like I said, even if it's just 5 minutes, doing something to help your body physically to get you better prepared for the day, and then at the end of the day to help you recover for the next day. Because like I said, there's no off season, so we don't get that extended time to fully take care of our body. So doing something daily is going to help you kind of maintain where you are and feeling good to be able to do the job that you need to do. Let's see. Skip through some of this. Nutrition. Let's see. Your body requires certain nutrients, certain fuel, and things to perform at its best. Okay. So if you're having injuries and you're still, having several sodas, or you're having, several, fast food and junk food throughout the day, your body's not getting the proper nutrients it needs to even be able to heal like it should. Let alone keep performing at the level you're asking it to with a, physically demanding job. So cutting back on the sodas each week, cutting back on the amount of times you eat fast food, and just trying to watch what you're putting in your body is going to help it last longer, going to help it recover better. Okay. Are any of you going to work out regularly at like a gym or just at home or anything like that?
Golf course.
Golf course? Hey, that's good. That's good. That's physically demanding for sure. It can be, unless you drive the cart every time. Yes. Maybe choose to carry the clubs, once in a while instead of, the golf cart. I don't know. Yeah, no. Hard to drink beer if you're. I get that. So we'll go through some different stuff with the bands. It'll be some quick exercises to do strength and conditioning wise, keep your muscles, strong. Some different stretches, like I said, to kind of help you as well. When you do go get treatment and you decide to go to, maybe a physical therapist or to a chiropractor, avoid the cookie cutter rehab where it's just you go in and you're doing some leg lifts or you're doing some general stretching and stuff. You want to find someone that's going to do something specific to your job and do training and rehab that's going to be specific to helping you and do what you need to do day to day. You kind of have to be an advocate for yourself sometimes and making sure you're seeing the right guy. I know you said you're going to go to a different chiropractor. That's good. You're kind of noticing that it's not really doing what you want it to do. So seeking out something different, that's good. So I guess the take-home message from me today, I would say, is seek some assistance with your pain. Okay, don't try to push through it. I know that's kind of the mentality that we've kind of instilled as Americans, is you just kind of push it through. You keep going. I got a job to do. I got to keep doing it, and I get that. But for your body's sake and for the demand that you guys have, I would suggest just going to at least get some rehab, get some kind of assistance with the pains that you're dealing with day to day. And that'll help you kind of perform even better at your job and last longer. And then hopefully when you're ready to retire, you can go play golf whenever you want. You don't have to worry about your back bothering you the whole time, your shoulder bothering you the whole time, because you've already gotten that treatment, okay? Any questions about anything? All right. Well, we're going to stretch a little bit here. Everybody done with their lunch? Got a little bit to go there?
No, you're all right.
You sure?
We can do it, yeah.
You can finish if you want, then we can do it after. No?
Oh, okay.
All right. Have everybody stand up.
That's the exercise, right?
That's right. All right, we're gonna start. Everybody facing the bench. We're gonna put one leg on. Keep your knees straight. Toe up. Reach down for that toe. Lots of moaning and groaning going on. Holding it there. Don't forget to breathe. All right, let's switch legs. Balance too, there you go. Reach down the other side. One side feel harder than the other?
A little bit.
All right.
Film this on the
One more on each side.
These guys are going to be impressed when they're watching this. They're missing out.
And one more on the other leg. Alright, good. Now you put your foot flat. You're gonna lean forward, hips forward, and back is gonna be back. We're gonna stretch out the front of that hip flexor. Yep.
Name on some call in case.
Switch it up.
You can pay for this right now.
Yeah.
Might get some residuals from hiring. Residual fees for being video.
Switch it up.
Absolutely.
One more on each.
Some of those kids have to move there. I know they can do it.
Alright, one more on the other leg. And relax. Alright, then we'll just do some arm circles. Forward 10 elbow. Alright, opening flat.
This hurts.
Rotate the spine a little bit, back and forth. Everybody else get a pop. Alright, good. Alright, now everybody grab a band. Show you some of these strengthening exercises with the band. We've been working all morning, but maybe work a little more here.
Is there a particular one they should start out with and go up to the heavy, or
Yeah, they should
what's
say
their route?
One's higher, one's
Light,
medium,
heavy.
one's light. You can kind of choose what you want to do there. I would suggest starting with the light. If you want to pretty long and bump it up, go for it. Alright, so we're going to put that around our ankles. I'll get one too.
Looks like a workman's comp.
It sure does. It's way down.
Alright, so what you're gonna do, you're gonna stand on one leg, kick it out to the side. Don't fall over. Then do 10 on the other side.
And what is this working?
This is your hip muscle. So a lot of times with back pain, it's because your hips are too weak to support your lumbar spine. So this is going to help you strengthen that. That's pretty easy. All right, let's everybody start over here, and we're going to face this way. You can do it over there too, yeah. And what you're going to do is you're going to do a little bit of a knee bend. We're all going to walk to the side. Again, this is your hip abductors. Once you get to the end, we're going to go back. All in unison. Lower level strengthening for the hips. Higher level will be standing on one leg. They're going to go down and then back up. So if you can't touch the ground, that's okay. You're just kind of working. Yeah, good.
Oh, yes.
That's really good. There you go.
Mine came up.
Rocky Street.
You're 5 on the right and 5 on the left. Alright, everybody pop those off your legs. We're gonna do a couple arms here, alright? So, put it around your wrist, elbows tight, you're gonna rotate out to the side, or you can just hold with your hands out to the side. Squeeze those shoulder blades back once you get up there, yep, open up those shoulders, good. Scoot 10 of those. Awesome. Does anybody have any pain doing any of these? Yeah?
That's okay, kind of looking like a front earlier. Pain free.
We have to take it this morning.
Alright guys, one high level one here, okay? So we're all gonna go on the ground here. Yep. And everyone in the kind of push up position. You're gonna do clocks. You're gonna go 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. And then you go the other side. 11, 9, and 7. Just do a few of them on each side, and then you can stop. I know you guys gotta go back and look at it. So. Nice and slow.
I'm clocked out.
Me too.
There's several websites online. You can look up fan loop exercises to get the most out of these. Once it gets easy, you can always bump it up to higher resistance and stuff like that. Does anybody have any specific questions about anything? Well, I appreciate you guys coming. Take home message today is go get yourself checked out if you've got some kind of pain, lingering pain or current injury, and get it addressed now so you're not paying for it later. Okay?